Hello. This video will show you how to complete a select action in Python. The data that we will be working with has some information in the footer that will need to be deleted before reading the file in, and there's also an issue with a field name that is not included, so we'll need to fix that issue as well. Okay, let's show you how this is done, and let's go ahead and get started. To open the file, use the link provided, and we will open this document in Colab. And when you click on that, you will get a file that looks something like this here. If you would like to put a copy of this file onto your Google Drive, you can say copy to drive there. You don't have to do that, but you can. I'm going to be using the Minnesota asthma rates data, which again can be obtained here from this portal. Maybe I'll show you how to do that here. So I want information on all of the counties in Minnesota, so I will select one or more counties here. You can use the shift and then select the counties you would like. That will allow you to select multiple counties. I want information on emergency room visits, and I want the most recent time period that is available. Go ahead and click Submit. And this is the information that we will be using here. We can see that there are a variety of fields, and also the different counties are going to be the various records in this file. When we do the download, this county field is actually missing. So for some reason, the download does not include that county name there. So we'll have to fix that. Down here below the table, you can download this data. That's what I did in order to read it into Python. Okay, let's go back over here to our Colab document then. Here's the following steps that we will complete with this document. We're going to automatically download the file from the internet. We're going to remove all the information in the footer. We're going to fix that issue related to the missing field name for county. I'd like to load this data into Python. I'm going to perform the select action, which will allow me to obtain the FIPS, county, count, population, and rate fields. So I only want those 5 fields. And then finally, we will write out the desired table so that we could use that for further analysis. Okay, so again, to run this code in these code blocks, we simply use the arrow provided, the run icon, I guess. So let's go ahead and run this first code block. We want to complete the actual download, so let's go ahead and run that code. And again, this is giving me information about the download. If I select my data folder over here on the left under Files, we can see that a copy of that data has indeed been downloaded. The next step then is to remove the footer information. So we can look at that using the tail command. Allows me to look at the bottom of a file. And indeed, you can see that we have some information that will need to be removed before this is read in to Python. We want this data here in the tabular format, and this information down below will need to be removed. So this line right here, or this line of code here in code block 5, will remove rows 90 through 108 of this file. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we can check that that command worked successfully. Hopefully we have removed all of the information from the footer of the file, which we have. We can see that the last line now is Yellow Medicine County, that is the last county in Minnesota when they are put in alphabetical order. So again, that command removed all of this information here from that file. Let's go ahead and fix the labels to show you that indeed the county label, which we can see is the second column, Atkin, Anoka, Becker, all the way down, we can see that that is actually missing from the first line in this text file. So what we're going to do is delete out this line and then insert a new header file. So the next two code chunks will do that for me. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the updated header. Now you can see that county has indeed been put in between FIPS and indicator there. So again, notice that county was missing here, but I have been able to delete the old header row and insert a new header row that correctly contains the name for the second column. Okay, the next few here will allow me to, the next few code chunks will allow me to read this data into Python. Here is the read CSV file that's actually going to read the data into Python. I can look at that data. Here I'm looking at the end of that data. Looks like it was successfully read in. I'm going to use the dfply package to manage the data. So that's a common package that is used for the various data actions in Python. Let's go ahead and run these two code chunks. And then finally, here is the select statement that allows me to select out the 5 columns that are desired: the FIPS, the county, the counts, the population, and then the ASMA rates. So this code chunk is the actual select portion of this Colab document. And now we can see, let's go ahead and just go to the top here. We can see that the Minnesota ASMA select data frame has just the 5 columns that are desired. The last step then is to take that file, or that data table, excuse me, and write it out to a CSV file. So this code chunk will do that for me. We can see that we are specifying a comma as the separator. The index equal false will not identify the row numbers. So by default, Python provides row numbers for each of the rows or records in a data frame. So index equal false will not print those out. And then we do have just kind of a standard encoding being used here in the right. So there should be a file called Minnesota ASMA after select.csv that will be written when I execute this code chunk. Come over here and refresh. We should see that file. So now that file, once we have that created, which again is just the data table with only the 5 desired columns, we can download that. Go ahead and do that for you and show you this. And then we can open that. This is going to open in Microsoft Excel. And now we can see that the 5 desired columns are indeed available to us for further analysis. Okay, that shows you then how to do a select in Python. Thank you.